Imagine this scenario. You are a top executive at a major European automotive company. It's 2013. You've just spent millions developing a new luxury vehicle. You've poured even more money into a sleek global marketing campaign. The aesthetic is minimalist, clean, and futuristic, a pristine white background with sharp electric green accents. In Europe and North America, the campaign is a smash hit. Sales soar. The colors read as eco-friendly, fresh, and modern. But then, you launch in East Asia, and suddenly, silence. The campaign doesn't just underperform, it crashes. Why? Because you didn't speak the language, and I don't mean Mandarin or Japanese, I mean the language of color. In those specific markets, that fresh combination of white and green didn't signify luxury or nature. It carried associations with death. That is a true story, and it's a costly lesson in a fundamental truth. Colors are not neutral. They are a universal language. From the safety signals in traffic to the political rallies that shift governments, colors are constantly communicating with you. They bypass your rational mind and speak directly to your emotions, your memories, and your cultural conditioning. Today, we are going to decode that language. We're going to look at the biology, the history, and the massive marketing machines. We'll explore why blue means trust in New York but sadness elsewhere, and why red is lucky in Beijing but dangerous in a revolution. And we will look at how artificial intelligence is about to change the color spectrum forever. Welcome to the language of light. Let's get started. To understand color, we have to go back, way back. The origins of color symbolism lie in our biology. Before marketing, before nations, there was survival. Biologically, you and I are wired for color. Early humans needed to distinguish a ripe red berry from a green, unripe one. Think about the color red. It's the color of blood and fire. Across almost every culture, red is associated with vitality and danger. That isn't a coincidence. It's biology. We have a physiological response to blood and fire, and it's hard-coded into the color itself. Then there's green, fertility and growth, and blue, the sky and the ocean, representing stability and the infinite. But here is where it gets complicated. While some triggers are biological, the vast majority of color meanings are actually culturally constructed. We made them up. And because different cultures grew up in different environments, they made up different rules. These rules dictate how we see the world today. Understanding these rules is the key to mastering the invisible language of color. Let's dive deeper into the history of these cultural choices, because the story of color is the story of us. Let's look at how civilizations turned biological urges into complex codes. Take ancient Egypt. Around 1500 BCE, they engineered Egyptian blue, a synthetic pigment incredibly difficult to produce. Because it was rare, it represented divinity and the heavens, a color reserved for the gods. Meanwhile, in ancient China, red became the preeminent color, representing good fortune and protection. But yellow was the color of imperial power. Commoners were actually forbidden from wearing it. In ancient Rome, purple was the ultimate flex, the symbol of absolute imperial authority. It came from thousands of murex sea snails. The process was labor-intensive, smelly, and very expensive. That scarcity defined the meaning. Purple meant power because only the emperor could afford it. In the 19th century, synthetic dyes democratized purple, making it available to the middle class. The Industrial Revolution turned black from a color of mourning into the uniform of city sophistication. And white? It's purity in the West, but often signifies death in many Asian cultures. Today, color isn't just about gods, it's about sales. It's strategic communication for global brands. The most successful brands understand that color choice is a deep strategic tool. Take Coca-Cola. That red is so synonymous with the brand that they trademarked it alone. In the West, it's energy. In China, it's good fortune. It works double duty globally. Compare that to IBM. They use blue to signal stability, trust, and professional competence. Blue is the safe suit of the color world, linked to calm and competence across cultures. Then there's the psychological hunger trap, McDonald's using red and yellow. Research suggests these warm colors stimulate appetite, triggering a biological response globally, but not everyone gets it right. Starbucks uses green, which means natural in the West. But in some Asian markets, green can carry associations with sickness or even bad luck. This is why packaging changes. Bold reds for the Mediterranean, muted tones for Northern Europe. In North America, it's sleek black and silver. In Asia, it's red and gold for wealth. This regional variation taps into the deepest cultural codes to ensure global success. Companies have two choices. First, fusion palettes, finding colors that are safe everywhere. Second, customization, literally changing the colors based on exactly where you live. It prevents you from accidentally selling a death car due to cultural mismatch. From Egyptian divinity to modern sales, color remains one of our most powerful codes. Understanding these codes is the difference between global success and cultural failure. Strategy is color. Next time you see a brand, ask yourself, what code are they using on you? We've talked about selling products. Now let's talk about moving people. Colors are some of the most powerful political weapons we have. They can unite millions or mark you as an enemy. Take the Yellow Vest movement in France in 2018. They took a high-visibility safety vest, an object designed to be seen, and turned it into a symbol of working-class rebellion. The color became so charged that just wearing it could signal your allegiance. They hijacked caution and made it rebellion. Then there is the rainbow flag. It's one of the most recognizable symbols of diversity and inclusion in the 20th century. It bypasses language completely. You see the rainbow and you know the values, inclusion and acceptance. But political color can also be confusing. In many places, red is the color of the left, socialism and revolution. But in other countries like the US, red represents conservative politics. The meaning is entirely historical. We even use color to regulate life and death. Traffic lights and safety signs are built to stop chaos. And consider funerals. In the West, you wear black. In Japan or traditional Chinese culture, you might wear white. The color dictates the behavior. It signals to everyone around you, I am grieving. Treat me with care. Now, let's look at the future of color. As we move into a digital world, color symbolism is evolving. Green is everywhere, but it's shifting. Green signals corporate responsibility, but it's led to greenwashing. We're now seeing a move toward earthy browns to signal authentic sustainability. Then there's technology. We have Gen Z yellows, millennial pinks, and now tech minimalist palettes that signal sophistication. But the biggest game changer is AI. Algorithms can now predict trends and optimize palettes for cultural markets with scary accuracy. We are moving toward fusion palettes. Young people in Tokyo, Berlin, and New York are influencing each other instantly. A kid in a diaspora community might mix their family's traditional color meanings with global pop culture, creating a hybrid language. And let's not forget the metaverse. Colors aren't constrained by physics here. We might see the birth of entirely new symbolic colors. The spectrum of the future is as limitless as our imagination. What do we do with all this? The report calls it color literacy. It is the ability to decode these hidden messages. If you work in marketing, design, or business, this is a core competency. You need to research your specific audience. You can't just assume red means stop or white means clean. Every culture speaks a different visual language. You need to consult with cultural experts, real people from those communities. The cost of checking is small. The cost of offending an entire nation? That's huge. It's the difference between a global hit and a total brand failure. But even if you aren't a CEO, this matters. I want to leave you with a challenge. Start noticing. When you see a politician wearing a specific tie, ask why. Is it trust? Is it power? Is it a message? When you walk into a fast food joint and feel a sudden urge to eat quickly, look at the walls. It's not an accident. When a color makes you feel calm or anxious, ask yourself, is this biology or is this culture? The world is saturated with intent. Once you start seeing it, you can never go back to just looking. The ancient Egyptians knew it. The Roman emperors knew it. They used color to define divinity and status. And the algorithm definitely knows it. Color is a language used to keep you scrolling, clicking, and engaging. Color is a language. It speaks to us at every glance, every moment of every day. It's the silent narrator of our lives. The only question is, are you listening? Because the colors are definitely talking. Think about the first color you saw this morning. What did it say to you? Nature has its own palette, from the warning of a venomous frog to the invitation of a ripe fruit. And in our cities, we've built a new forest of neon and steel. Every light, every sign, a choice made by someone. Color literacy isn't just for experts. It's for everyone who wants to see the world as it truly is, full of color. Are you listening? I want to hear from you. Which color has the strongest hold on your mood? Join the conversation in the video comments. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about the hidden psychology of the world around you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We've got more deep dives coming soon.